useful for them. Okay, so first we need to prepare the data for this. Okay, so to prepare it, as part of our in last discussion, I explained about from where we need to bring the data and what measures it is that I gave it. So let me open new Power BI desktop file. So data source for this is Contoso Retail EW. So from Contoso Retail EW, we have to take it. Let it open. Let's open a blank new report. Hit on SQL Server. So I'll take one by one table so that you can have some clarity about it when I'm taking. Let's provide the server name. So my server name is AD and database name is Contoso Retail EW. Just give me 1 minute, please.
Okay, sure.
So first table, based on this, I'm going to take it. So offline sales means it's a fact sales table it is. So whatever the measure is coming from fact sales table, that we need to treat as a offline sales. So let's take a fact sales. This is for offline sales, and we have a term here online. So that means that is a online sales. So let's take that table also, and we have all the measures in the same table. I'll take it, and subcategory table, and product table, and somewhere you can have a category also. Not sure where I have used, but I'll take all three tables which is related to product table, product category, and product subcategory. And education is available in the customer table. So I'm just going to take a dim customer table. So you may have a question like, how do you know that column is available in that database? In that in Contoso Retail EW, because we have a multiple tables. How can we identify is we need to write a SQL code for that. Just observe. Select star from information underscore schema dot columns. So you have to specify what column it is here, where column underscore name like single quote percentage, and column name is education. Okay, so the starting character may be anything, ending character may be anything, because we are giving a this percentage symbol. That means anything it is. Anything which is having a education, and a ending text may be anything. So something like star, when we search, if you wanted to search, ways to use this star in the Windows operating system. Like if you want to find .csv files, then we may go for star.csv. So in the same way here also, I'm just trying to find where is my column name. You can see here, education is available in the contours of retail DW. So that you can take it. So for that reason, I'm going to take the dim customer table, and if I require any columns, I'll come here and I'll take it. Okay. So channel also somewhere I was seeing a month which is related to date. So we need to take the date column into Power BI Desktop. That is dim date table, and country, state, city is there. So dim geography also I'm just going to take it. And the channel name, yeah, slicers, year, month, category, brand. That's fine. So we don't need a channel. We can take up to here if I required. So wherever I required, I'm going to add the tables. So let me hit on transform data. Yeah, you can see here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to take the required columns from this Power Query. We know already how we can take these columns with source columns, different options we came across it. So I'm just taking a date key required, product key is required, and this columns for time being. If I require any other tables, I'll come and I'll take it later. And sales amount, this is a offline sales, and total cost I'm taking. Let's make it hit okay. So here I'm going to say offline sales and online sales. What I'll do is I'm just going to rename this as offline sales. And this is offline cost. In the same way, I'm going to do it for fact online sales. Let me hit on choose columns. I'll take the same date key and product key, sales amount and total cost. Now let me make this as a online sales, and this is online cost. Let's go to dim product table. From dim product table also I'm going to take only required columns. I required product key, and product key by product it is taking, and somewhere here brand is there. So product and brand name I'm taking, product name and brand name. Rest of the columns, if I require, I'll come and I'll take it. Let me rename this as a product, and this is as a brand. Let's go to product category table, choose columns. So here I'm just going to take a product category key and product category name. And if we observe in the slicer, there is a category name. So for that reason, we require this table. Let's make this as a category. And subcategory also is the same thing. Let's take a product subcategory key, subcategory name, and product category key. So this is a subcategory. Let's go to dim customer table. So from dim customer table, I'm having a education, and somewhere I have a, is there any first name or last name? Not sure. We'll come across that. So for time being, I'm just taking customer key and education. Here is the one. Let's go to dim date table. So in dim date table, I'm just going to have a date key, of course, month, quarter, calendar year, calendar half year label, calendar, quarter label, and month label. So these are all having a text value, so I'm just taking it. Let's make this as a year, and let's make this as a semester. Let's make this as a quarter, and this is a month. So I wanted to take only first three characters only. We know that we can apply transformation to apply to the same column, extract first three characters. Let's hit OK. Let's go to dim geography. From here, I'm going to take only required columns here also. So here I'm doing all together at one shot. Basically, you're going to do depends on your requirement. Okay, so up to this level, you can go for one shot, but wherever you require, you can go and add calculations. I required city name because somewhere I've used country, state, and city. City is there, and the region country name is the country, and state province name is the state. That's more enough. Let's say this is a city, and this is a state, and this is country. That's all. So we have done the Power Query activities, whatever that is possible to do it, that we have done. And the first three rows I don't need. I wanted to say country name should not be null. So let's uncheck this so that we can see without nulls. Hit on close and apply. Happening, this is not responding.
Yes, sir. Maybe all the changes at a time we applied, so maybe that is the reason.
Yeah, maybe the fact online sales is having little more volume of data. Let me save this file. Now let's make a relationship between the tables. So since it is having an automatic relationship, it is created automatically, but I do not go for this automatic relationships. So I forgot to switch off the automatic relationships. So because of that reason, again, this is rework for us. We can use the existed, automatic relationships also, but I wanted to take it through from the scratch. So I'm just taking out them.
Okay, sir.
Now no table is having relationship. Let's go to manage relationship. Let's make a new. So take first fact online sales. So fact online sales is going to have a relationship with, okay, so customer key was missing here. And sales amount also is not available. Okay, that is fine. Let's open this table again back. Customer online sales, edit query. So I wanted to take the customer key also here. So if we miss any column, because we cannot bring all together at one set, so definitely I have to go for retaking the column names. So if that is the case, I always recommend to go and add it by going back to the Power Query. So now customer key I'm taking. Now customer key is available. Let's close and apply. It applies the data for only this table. Okay, so it is created automatically. So we are looking for this relationship only. That is fine. Let it be. And let me create another relationship with another table. So take fact online sales, and we have a date key. We need to have a relationship with the date key by using date key. Let's hit and save. Whatever we have seen as part of the modeling sessions, the same thing that we are doing here. One more new relationship with other table. So fact online sales with because these two are done and product key is required. Let's go to dim product, and we have a product key here. Hit and save. Now this is done. And then we have a fact sales table, and I'm going to make a relationship with this tables also. Let's make a manage relationship. Manage. Let's take a fact sales. And this is having a relationship with only dim date. Let's take a date key as a common key, hit and save. And product key is pending. Let's make a relationship with the dim product table. Fact sales and dim product. And product table is going to have a relationship with the dim product subcategory. So here subcategory key is missing from here. So we need to bring that. So whenever you miss the column, you have to go into particular table and you have to add that. Or any new column if required to add, you can add it. Edit query. So here we removed it. Let me double click on it. So I required product subcategory key, hit OK and close and apply. Let's manage relationship. Hit a new. Product is going to have a relationship with product subcategory. So common column is selected, hit and save. And from product subcategory to category table, we need to create. Where is this category? Yeah. So common column is selected, hit and save. Let's close this. Okay, up to here, just save this one. And then I wanted to create a measure group here. Let me hit on enter data. Somewhere you can find here. So to keep all the measures, I'm just going to create one dummy table, which is named as all measures. This is how I used to do it when I get any report in Power BI. Right click on all measures, a new measure. Measure name is offline sales equals to sum of offline sales. And this one I can hide it. Let me create a offline cost. Offline cost equal to sum of offline cost. In the same way, I'm going to create a one more measure for online sales and online cost. Online sales equals to sum of online sales. In the same way, I'm going to create an online cost. equals to sum of online cost. And I require total quantity also, that is offline and online quantity is the total quantity. Okay, so I'm just going to say right click on it, a new measure, offline and online quantity equals to sum of, okay, so that measure is not available. So you have to take the quantity also from there. So what you have to do is you have to go to this tables. I mean fact tables. We have to add, there is a column called quantity column. In both the tables, we need to add it. Sales quantity, if I'm correct. Yes. And from the fact sales also. Sales quantity. Hit and close and apply. Let's save this. I wanted to modify this definition again. So here I'm going to say sum of sales quantity plus sum of sales quantity from fact sales table. Let's hit enter. Now most of the measures are there. So I'm just going to start the design also here. So I may go for a rough design. Okay, so just observe. You have to do from your side how we can do formatting and all.
Okay, sure.
There is a insert. Insert is having some text box somewhere you can find here. Want to show retail dashboard. And if you're not able to adjust this mouse, with mouse you can go for property section. I mean format. Under format, you can have this is text box. Let's see the positions you can see. So vertical, if you increase this number, then it will start coming down. So I'm just keeping up to 10. So in the same way, I wanted to give some background color for this. To give a background color, I'm just going to take some, let's make some transparency for this. So however you want, you can take it. Okay, so that is one thing. And 4 cards are required, offline sales and online sales. So let me first keep one card. So if you can keep one card, there is a single card. Here is one. I'm going to take a offline sales. So then do format of this. Size and position that we can do it, and there is a values here. Title is fine. Call out value. So we have a 45. I'm just taking up to 30. It's up to you. Depends on your requirement. You can take it. On decimal place, I'm just going to take only one decimal place. I need that is more enough. Here, I'm just going to say 1. So there will be one decimal place. And so I wanted to do some background color also. Somewhere I can find it. Call out value is done. This is a category label. If you switch off and on, you can see. Let's go to the properties. Somewhere we can have a background color. So if we are not able to find it, you can search here also. Background. So I'm just going to take this one, a little transparency. I can adjust up to that level. And you can do however you wanted to do format. And I wanted to give a border also for this. Just switch on the border. Now you can see. So one card is done for offline sales. And then offline sales and online sales side by side is there. Just take a copy of this and paste it. So reusability is important. One more time, as we're having 4 cards, you can have a equivalent spaces between the cards also. So second card is online sales. So only this part only is going to change. Just bring that online sales to here, or take out this and select online sales. Next is total quantity and number of customers. So total quantity, you can see that is a this one. Let me rename this as a total QTY. Let's take out this and take a total QTY. And this one is going to be total customers. So customers, we need to count the customer keys from the customer table. Let's make a new measure. Number of customers, or we can say like this, equals to sum of, count of customer key let's take out this and check the checkbox. Now customers are there, something like this. Let's save this. So this part is done, and slicers, 3 slicers are there: year, month, category, and brand. Let me try to keep them. I don't think this 3 will be fit. At 1, 4 are there. It should be in a calendar order. So I'm just reducing the size. So whatever the size is there for this, the same size I wanted to get it for others. So let me see width. How much width is there? 158. I'm just taking 155 of width for every card. Now I need a slicer. So I wanted to go with 3 slicers, year, month, category, brand. So here itself, I'm going to keep the slicer. Let's go to visual section. There is a slicer. Let's take a year first from the dim date table. So I'm going to format this. Let's go to format section and slicer settings. The slicer is going to be a drop down, and we have a values here. You can increase the values of this, and header is there. I'm just going to increase the header of this, and background I'm just going to give this color. So to make a similar kind of thing, and let's make a border also for this. Just search for border, visual border, and switch on it, and you can see there is a slicer, and you can have the years here. So this is a year slicer. In the same way, I wanted to get month slicer. I wanted to get month slicer, category, and brand. You can take a copy of this. And one more time, copy. And total 4 slicers are there. Let's try to adjust that also. Not getting adjusted. So we need to reduce the size of this. So category values, I'm just taking that. And width also, I'm just going to reduce. Now let's take 145 for every card. And format of the number also, I'm just going to add it to this. So let's use the mouse, the keyboard to adjust them. Let's go for year. Just taking like this. So like this, we can adjust it. And the first slicer is year, the second slicer is the month. So I'm just going to take the month into this place. And here I'm going to take brand, if I'm correct, a category. Let's uncheck from here. And from category table, you can find the category name. Just check that. So category will come here. And this one is a brand from the product table. Now you can see. Just save this. So you have to spend some time, then only can understand all this stuff. And then sales by subcategory. Just take the visual, what chart it is. Sales by subcategory, we can go with column chart. Let's take a offline sales. Let's rename this as a sales by subcategory. So subcategory is available in the dim product subcategory table. Let's check this checkbox. I'm able to see the data. Next is sales by, okay. Better, instead of this chart, let's go with the bar chart. And I wanted to do format also for this. So I don't need the title. So title of x-axis and y-axis. So y-axis title also is not required. And if you wanted to format your title of the visual, you can format it. So I wanted to give some background for this. It's up to you. And I'm just going to give a border also for this. Just search for border, visual border, switch on it. Just for look and feel. Let's make this up with keyboard. And then I require sales by product. So only top 10 products only I wanted to show here. Let's take a copy of this and paste it. I'm just going to take a column chart, this one. Now here sales is common, only product name is going to come to here. And there are too many products are there. So I don't need all the products. We'll do one thing. This one will go for column chart. And this one will go for bar chart. Because these names are not going to be readable. To make them readable, I'm just taking this one. And even for this also, we can go with the same bar family only. Because readability is not much. So how we can make this readable is, if you can format for one of them, you can use for others. Y-axis is having a problem. So you can just increase this size. Then you can, here also you can do the same thing. So that you can see the name of the product. And then online sales by education. Let's take a copy of this and paste it. Let's make this cluster column chart. And it's not a product. And I'm going to take only, what is this top? Oh, yeah, education. So let's go for dim customer table. And this is not a offline sales. And let me take first customer having a education, bring that into x-axis. And online sales, I'm going to take it here into the y-axis. Let's name this as Let it be online sales. So there is a blank is there, so we have to take out the blank from the filters. So in the filters pane, you can see that. Visual filters, where is that? Yeah, here it is. So here I'm just going to uncheck your blank value from the education so that you can see. You have to adjust this one. It has to come to the same line. Whatever the line is having on the top, the same line we have to get it. So let it be like this. So I'm just going to adjust this one. Okay. And here it is going to be top 10 products only. So we need to apply a filter here. There is a filter called top N. The top N, I'm going to take 10 based on your sales, that is offline sales. By value of offline sales, I wanted to take only top 10 products. So here, if you go and see the values of this, you can see only top 10 only. You cannot see other values. So that is the meaning of it. Let's go up to here. So the first three visuals are done, and online sales and offline sales by month. So I wanted to show. So let me take a copy of this. I can just move little up. So if you feel clumsy, then you can just come little down. Let's make a copy and paste it. So adjustments and all, even you can do it later also. Now here I wanted to go for this chart. Online sales and offline sales by month. Let's go both here. So this is a, let me take out this from here. So I'm going to take the offline sales here and online sales. And this would be a line chart. And this would be sliced by month. Let's go to a dim date. So in dim date, we have a month. You can keep the month here. And month should be in a chronological order. So here this month should be sorted by month number. Let me hit on a new column. I wanted to create a new column to get the month number. Month NBR equals to month of date key. Let me hide this column. I'm going to sort this month column with month number by using sort by column. Now if you go and see, let me make this sort by month. Sort by month, ascending order I wanted to go. Now this is how it is going to be there. Okay. And you can see how this chart is there if I maximize it. So I don't need the legend. I can switch up the legend in the format. Legend is required, but title is not required. That is fine. And then I required show quantity and sales by brand. I don't need this much size. Let's keep up to here. Let's bring this down to here. So let me take a sales from here. That means offline sales. And offline quantity also, I'm just going to take it. Let's create a new measure. Sum of fact sales. Sales quantity. So this is going to be offline quantity. So let's bring this into this place. But when I bring it, it is not going to be readable. So we need to take a line and stack column chart I'm just making. And this quantity should be there in the line place. And this should be by brand. Let's take the brand from the product table into the x-axis. Now you can see how it is going to be there. So here also I'm just going to take out this legend title. Just switch off it. Now you can see how data is going to be there. So this is one chart I asked. Let's save this. And then percentage sales by cities. Percentage percentage of sales, percentage of online sales by city with the top 20. So let me take this chart. Let's bring it to here. So I'm just going to take a percentage of online sales, a new measure. Percentage of online sales equals to, we know already, where underscore total sales equals to calculate online sales, comma, all or remove filters, fact online sales, and where underscore, it's not required, you can directly go for return, divide online sales divided by underscore all sales or total sales. Let's close this and hit enter. So we discussed about this, and I'm just trying to get it the same way. Let's take a percentage with one decimal place. And this is percentage of sales with cities. So let's take first percentage of online sales. So with the cities, I need to take it. So cities are there here in x-axis. So here I need to have only 10 cities. Let's take a first 10 cities. So top n, we have to take it. Top 20 cities based on this percentage of the sales I'm taking. Let's apply it. So anyhow, it is not getting filtered is because there is no relationship between the tables. So I'm just going to try to make a relationship between them with the fact online sales. So let me go to dim customer table or fact online sales table, edit query. So I'm just trying to check the column. Is there any, I basically I used to check in a SQL server, but I'm just trying to do it from here itself. Is there any geo key or customer key is there? So this table is having a relationship with the customer key. And that's all. And let me check in the customer table. Is customer table is having any geographic column? Yeah, it is available here. Geographic key, let's take it and hit on close and apply. Let's make a relationship between the tables. Manage relationship, a new relationship. So let's take a dim customer table with dim geography and hit on save. Now if you see in the report, it is going to be filtered. Now you can see. So if you need a data labels for this, then you can switch on the labels. So in all the places, I just switched off it. And if you wanted to switch on a label, you can switch on the data label. Somewhere you can find a data label here. Just switch on it and see how exactly it is showing here. Okay, just for understanding, I'm just showing it. So 20 cities, I'm just showing as part of this visual. And then I have a matrix to show this one. There is a one more visual, sales by MTD, QTD, YTD. Basically, these two are the same only. Okay, and what is this? Okay, matrix I'm taking like this. So matrix is, I don't think it is going to fit here, but I will try to fit this. Now I need a MTD, QTD, YTD. If you remember, we created these calculations with the tabular editor. Let me do it with the tabular editor. Let's go for external tools, tabular editor. Go to tables, So I wanted to add a new table. Let's say not new table, calculation group it is. So time intelligence. And let's add a new calculation item, MTD, calculate. And here we can take a selected measure, comma, a dates MTD of a dim date, a date key. Okay, so for safer side, you just drag and drop and see how exact it is coming. That's fine. It's perfectly all right. So this is for this close and this is for this close. And let's create one more new item, that is QTD, and paste it here. And I'm just going to say dates QTD function. Let's add one more new calculation item, that is YTD, and paste it here. And it is a YTD function. And here you have to say when it is going to end, December 31st. That's all. Close this. I mean, save and close this. And those calculations will come to here. I'm just trying to keep the matrix here. Let it refresh first. So I need a matrix this time. And here I'm just going to take country, state, city in the row side. I have a rows here. Let's take a country, state, and city. And then sales, we are going to take online sales. Online sales into the values. And what else is there? Year, quarter, and month should be in a column side. Let's go for where is the dim date? Let's expand this dim date. First year into the columns, and then quarter into the columns, month into the columns. So I have a numbers like this. Let me take one more, copy and paste it. So I have to do this adjustment. Now here I'm just going to take sales by this one. So month, I have to take it here. Let's take month into the rows. So I'm just going to take a offline sales here. Any sales is fine. Into the values. And let's take time intelligence field into your column side. Okay, because year should be selected here, then only it is going to work. I'm just taking 2009. So here should be selected, then only can see the numbers. And if you see these numbers are looks like very strange numbers. I mean, the larger number it is having. Okay, so we need to format for this number. One minute, please.
Okay, sir.
So I wanted to do formatting of this number, something like if the note, make sure to keep all the slices as select all option and apply filter to get only if they want 3 or 4 cars. That is fine. Okay, so here, where can I keep that formatting? Format slicer. Okay, because the space we almost used it, but we'll see if we can reduce this size, if we can get it, or we can keep it in the filter section. So I wanted to create one dummy table here. Let me hit on enter data. So I wanted to say it is ID and format or format type. So I wanted to say it is once, and 10 is 1000, and 3 is millions. I'm just giving some format, a dim format or something like this. Let's load it. Now, how can we handle that? Let me have this one. So I have the format table, dim format somewhere here. So if the user selected once, then this number should be shown. And if the user selected millions, this number should be converted into millions. So that is what I wanted to do it here. So if that is the case, then how exactly we are going to handle it? Let's go to measure. So we have a offline sales. So here itself we can control it. Where underscore sales equals to and if user selected once, if user selected by default millions, so what we can do is where underscore selected equals to selected value will be used to take the value of the slicer. So format type. So I'm going to say we can take a switch function. Yeah, let's take a return switch underscore selected equals to millions. Then let's keep that in a default. If it is selected by ones, then I wanted to say it is same as it is, this value will be there. Underscore say selected equals to 1000. Then I wanted to convert this number divided by 1000 divided by 1000. And I'm just going to round off this number with one decimal place. And in the else block, I'm just going to say so we already talked about this. So 1 million and this also one decimal place I wanted to give it. And let's close the switch function and hit enter. That is fine. That was expected only. So I'm just going to keep this here. So I wanted to take this format type into this slicer. So if I don't select anything, it should be millions. Why it is not coming to here? Offline sex switch does not support comparing values. Okay. So if I'm correct, this will be the problem. Let's go here. Edit query. Where is dim for? Yeah. So I'm just going to change this data here. Apostrophe S is there, so maybe that is making a problem here. So I'm just taking ones and thousands. Let's say just close this one, and I need to go for checking this measure. Offline sales. This is this one, ones and thousands. It's not a equal, it's a comma. The syntax is not equal. Here you have to follow with the comma. So in the same way, you have to apply for other measures. Let's save this. Selected value, comma 1. what is this 1000 is coming. So if this is equals to this value, then underscore sales, this one we should not write it again. Okay, so syntax is missing. That is the only problem. Now you can see. So 3.7K millions. And I'm just adjusting it back to here for easiness. The same thing, I'm just going to copy and paste it for offline, online sales also. Online sales. So rest of them you can try from your side, only copy paste only. Online sales. So in place of this, it will come here. Rest of everything is same. Just take out the first line and keep it. Let's hit enter. Now if you expand this, we have a year, because year filter should not work on this in this particular column. So we can switch off. We know that like edit interactions we can use to switch off interaction with this visual so that we can see all the numbers. And let's revert it back. Save this. Okay, so this is how we need to do it. Okay, so you know, like how we can apply conditional formatting and all, we can try for that, how we can handle it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so you understand, right?
Yes.
I'm just trying to adjust them to have some space in the bottom. The same way for this one also. And this one is not having a border. Let me keep the border for that. Visual border for this and for this. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Any question?
Sir, actually, I requested in the WhatsApp, for interview questions, any real-time scenario-based questions regarding that only, sir. Actually,
Okay.
this dashboard, maybe once I will practice all the videos, so I can able to. Already, I tried actually.
Okay.
Only
So only
the.
thing is this calculations and all, you may not be aware of it. I mean, this how we can convert the numbers. This is one of the interview question, like we have seen, right? How we can change this formatting.
Yes.
Now it is showing in a millions. Now
Millions.
if I select this, if I don't select anything, it will be millions by default. I wanted to make this order. Order is not there. So if we go to the format table, where is format? And this column should be sorted with this column, with the ID column.
Okay.
Now if we go and see this report, so this also is one of the entry question. Now if you see here, ones, thousands, and millions. If I select this in thousands, then number will be shown in a thousands. Okay, so if I select ones, then number will be shown in ones here, you can see. So when it is in ones, the decimal places are very huge. So again, one more fix that we need to do it here. If you go for online sales, we need to round it here. round of 0 decimal place. I don't need any decimals here. Here you can see no decimals now because we selected ones. And for this one also, I'm just going to make that. So we need to understand what they're asking so that we can try to give the answer for that. Okay, so this all comes only by based on practice. But I'll share some of the interview questions. Okay, so if you attempt any interview and if you face any questions, you can share with me and I'll help you to give the answer for them.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm stopping here and thank you for your time. So I supposed to take very long ago, but for some reason it was postponed. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm sorry for that.
No
And
issue, sir. No problem.
yeah, so I'll share some of the questions with you, Dharma. Okay.
Yes, sir. Please share. That is helpful for me. And resume also, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll help on it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your valuable time, sir. Past
Yeah.
2-3 months. I think 3 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Thank you. We'll
Okay.
see. Once you get the offer, we'll meet. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Bye bye.
Yes.